I think one of the most frustrating things I hear from women who are on their journey through perimenopause into menopause is the belly fat that just seems to keep accumulating. And what's even more frustrating is that you're still eating right, you're still exercising, you're still doing all the things that you used to do. But there's definitely a reason why this is happening, especially now. If you're new to me, my name is Sherry. I'm certified in menopause health and hormone optimization, and I love to educate women so they can make informed decisions as they transition into menopause. Now, first thing you need to know, if this is happening to you, it's not because you're not being disciplined or you're not being strict enough. There's actually physiological changes that are happening in your body that is causing this to happen. Now, first, we have age-related changes that are happening that are really out of our control. As we get older, we start to lose a lot of lean muscle mass. Lean muscle mass is really important to keep our resting basal metabolic rate high. So if we don't have a lot of muscle on our bodies, guess what? That decreases. And our rate of how we metabolize foods and other things, it's really important because if that BMR, the basal metabolic rate, goes down, that means you're burning less calories at rest. So this is why it's important that we keep that lean muscle. But that age-related factor of it decreasing causes our BMR to go down. Now, there's also hormone changes that happen. As we know, as we get older, we start to lose our hormones. We lose our estradiol, our testosterone, progesterone. Now, testosterone is really important to help maintain that muscle mass. So as that goes down, no matter how much we work out, no matter how much we lift weights, sometimes it's really hard to build and keep the muscle mass that we already have. Then we have estrogen that starts to decline. And when our estrogen starts to decline, it makes us more prone to having insulin resistance. Now, what this means to you, this means that your sugar cravings, all the other cravings go through the roof, okay? And then how our body used to store glucose in our muscle, it used to be pushed into muscle, it can no longer do that because we don't have enough muscle, and plus we don't have the estrogen to help support this function. So then what happens is what we eat gets stored as fat, and it likes to store it around the belly. And then just because of the stress of going into perimenopause, menopause, and of course just life, right? It can increase our stress hormone, which is called cortisol. Our body starts pumping that out. As a result, our body goes into this fight or flight response. And to conserve energy and to have the energy available for whenever we need it, right? It starts storing fat around the belly. And this is why a lot of women feel like, oh my gosh, I got in my 40s and all of a sudden I have this inner tube around my belly and it's getting worse. And all the things that you used to do, right, are no longer working, to include like very strict caloric restrictions, exercising more, and starting to eliminate food groups, these keto diets and things like that. But a lot of times it gets to a point where they're no longer going to work anymore. So if you're putting on weight around your belly, it's no longer about being more disciplined, doing more cardio, or restricting more food or calories. It becomes more of understanding what's actually happening in your body so you can make the right changes so your body can respond to losing weight again. Now, I have a masterclass on this. It's actually focused on weight loss for women who are on hormone replacement therapy and gain weight, but it's still the same premise and the same foundation applies to belly fat loss as well. And if you'd like to check that out, just drop masterclass down in the comments and we'll make sure you get a link so that way you can check this out. Because once you understand how the hormones play a role in this, insulin resistance, and there's other factors too, you can reverse this and get back the body that you used to have. So I hope this was informative. Of course, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that follow button so that way we can continue to go on this journey together.